What's good, YouTube? Just making this random video off the top of my head. I've been doing a little research into this whole passport bro movement, right? And I noticed that a lot of the guys who used to rep the passport bros really hard, they backing out. Don't call me that. I don't identify as that. And as a lot of that is because of the reputation the passport bros have gotten. And I want to say the reputation is like it has became bad because I want to say 40% is just straight haters, to be honest with you. And this is before I ever traveled anything. I just thought this from the rip. 40% is straight haters because if you got a bunch of men that's outsourcing the problem, whether their problem is they want some submissive women who cook, clean, or whatever the case might be, and they figure like if I go overseas, I can get what I want. And then you got women who see that and they don't like that because they like we right here. And then you pretty much promoting it and pushing other guys to do it, right? So I say 40% of it is hate. You're going to see people making videos saying, these is losers. You know what I'm saying? These people are the unwanted. They this, they that. But there's so many guys that I have met that are considered passport bros. I mean, some of these dudes is in shape, muscle bound. You got the light skinned guys, funny color eyes with the long hair. Man, it's all type of dudes. Are there some dudes that were straight losers? I mean, of course. But who cares? Like, why are you depolicing and telling people they shouldn't be doing this and they shouldn't be doing that? And what they want to do in their bedroom is their business. I never do that. I just don't understand other men that do that. I can see the women hating, of course. You know what I'm saying? But the guys that be doing it, that's a little weird to me, but to each his own. But in this video, I kind of, I'm just going off of my random thoughts or whatever, right? So I looked into the whole origin of the passport bros, and this was what I came up with. I try to make this as fast as I can for y'all. Okay, the beginning of the passport bros, from my research, now you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but from what my research is, it started with the military. You had men that were going overseas, stationed overseas. They over there for long periods of time. They meet the women that's there. A lot of these guys will marry these women, have kids with these women, bring them back to the United States. Some guys will move over there to the country after they got out the military or the army or whatever. And that's kind of like where it all stemmed from. They come back to America telling people all the women was this, the women was that. And that's kind of where it started. I don't think the beginning was like, oh, United States women are so bad or the Western women are so bad. I don't think it started like that. It just started from them being there and they just meet these women in these different customs and different traditions, right? And they just liked it. Came back, bragged about it. Cut, dry, simple, right? Now let's go to the next stage of the passport bros. The next stage started in the late 90s, early 2000s, where it was something that I discovered, and it was called mail order brides. Now you could do a little research of this yourself. I don't know if this still exists, but it was really prevalent in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was a big thing. I didn't think something like this even existed. But mail order brides was basically, you had companies that were set up in Colombia, Thailand, places like that, right? And they would facilitate these marriages and these relationships for Western men to meet foreign women, right? And basically, you would pay these companies a certain amount of money. They would go out, get these women that was interested in dating American men, United States men, or whatever, or wherever you're from, Australia, whatever, right? They would set it up. You would pay them for to meet these women. You pay them for the little dates and all that. They rearrange everything. When you say mail order bride, you was paying to get you a wife. But people were really marrying these women, bringing them back to the country. They would set up help you get your girl get her green card, the marriage. They would do the whole nine. So you basically were just paying for you a beautiful wife, right? And it's way more details to that. I'm just going off of the flat out basics. So you could do a little research on your own about this, but mail order brides was big business. Some people became millionaires from that, right? But that was like the second wave of the passport bros. Now we're gonna fast forward it to today. I'm probably missing a little era right there, after the early 2000s, but we're gonna shoot all the way up to today, right? We already like 4 minutes in the video, so we're gonna shoot up to this, right? Present day, issues have become with the passport bros because of present day. The passport bros are nowadays, to be totally honest, some people gonna hate me for this video and not like me because I'm keeping it real with y'all. Nowadays, guys are not looking for wives as much anymore. I want to say in the passport bro community now, I want to say 20% of the men are looking for wives and to get married and have kids, right? Some guys still want that. So I want to say a good 20%. I want to say the other 80% are just hooking up with chicks. Just, pay for play. I'm trying to be YouTube friendly. They just, partying and having a good time, right? With beautiful women. Nothing wrong with that. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. I ain't the D police. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. My only problem with this is two things, right? One, the guys who advertise it as like they're looking for wives and these women are so much better than our women and this and this and that, when you really just hooking up with party girls. You know what I'm saying? You're not expressing that in your videos. Maybe you feel ashamed of it, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're trying to be YouTube friendly. I don't know. I ain't hating, but I think it tricks certain guys. I know it's certain guys who came looking strictly for that in Sosua and Punta Cana, and they run into straight like street people. I'm trying to, if you get what I'm trying to say, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And, they getting cleaned out for their money, taken advantage of. They meet people who just beg all the time. And they like, I'm not getting these traditional, classy women that y'all are talking about online. And I want to let y'all know, they do exist. They just not in the areas that people are posting online. Sosua, you're not going to find a wife in Sosua. People get laughed at for that. You're not going to find a wife in Sosua. I want to say, are there some good women in Sosua? Maybe so. But the odds of that is very, very slim. And then the fact that you're going there, if you do meet a decent woman there, she's going to be like, okay, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? She know that what the area is about. You know what I'm saying? Even though some people go there just to go on the beach and relax and chill, but it has this reputation. So you're not going to find your wife there. Punta Cana, no. Boca Chica, no. So these little places, wrong places. You want to look for a good woman, traditional woman and all of that. They do have those. And it's really not that hard to find. It's about where you're going, right? So you in Santo Domingo, you meet somebody at the gym, you meet somebody at their job, at a restaurant, grocery store. Almost like you in your own country, you know what I'm saying? You'll have better odds, and then meeting people in the tourist areas. The tourist areas is like a no-go. So that's just something I'm throwing in there. This video was just a random video of my thoughts and the whole little passport bro thing. I think another thing that messed up the passport bro name were the creep cam videos, where they got all these videos recording women, and that's where the whole Sosua crackdown came from, because they want to make it more family friendly. I think broadcasting what's going on over there kind of ruin things and ruin the image for a lot of the guys who go over there for their little curricular activities. So it's just the passport bro thing just turned into something crazy. And then every time a guy travels overseas and something bad happened to him, he just automatically get labeled a passport bro. So people use the passport bro name for clicks and views, and that's another reason the image has gotten tarnished. And then with people doing that, you will have like pedophiles or something going overseas, messing with some little kids or something like that, and then they automatically throw passport bro on that person's name. So now if a pedophile is labeled a passport bro, you know what I'm saying? Now it just throws it all over the whole community. So it makes everybody just look awful. So that's how the name really just got tarnished so much. Like I see it now, every time something go wrong, they just throw passport bros on it. And the crazy part about it is, it's kind of 9 times out of 10 it's always a black guy. They want to throw it on. Like if you're a black guy, you just travel and you go to certain places, people automatically assume you just this passport, bro. So the name has got tarnished. I mean, people didn't switch names to little groups. I know. Well, I ain't gonna mention none of that because I don't want to throw nobody under the bus. But they tried to switch little names to try to steer away from it. Me personally, I feel like you do what you do, and if you gotta hide something that you do, you shouldn't be doing it. So that's what I heard growing up. So it is what it is. How I personally feel like about the passport bros, for the guys who are looking for wives, or even the guys who are just looking for a good time, I say do what you want to do. You only live once. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about people's judgment. You know what I'm saying? I told myself I'm about to live the rest of my life the way I want to live it, and that's why I'm making my YouTube video. I had went years. I was supposed to make a YouTube channel years ago, but I used to always worry about what people would think, what people would say, comments, and all that type of stuff. Now I just to the point I don't care. I want to be happy, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and I want people to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. We only got one. You could die tomorrow. You might not be here tomorrow. You don't know. Don't none of us know. So I'm just gonna wrap this video up. I just felt like rambling. If you watched the video to this end, definitely I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And definitely subscribe. I need these subscribers up, y'all. Help me out on that, please. And I'm out.